Welcome to the process. It is Monday, May 24th. 2 games on the slate today: Denver, Portland, Miami, and Milwaukee. We are back. The process is back. We've got a nice little 2-gamer. We're going to be here every day that we have at least 2 games. So it's exciting to be here. It's nice to see everybody in chat on this lovely morning. We had Liverpool qualify for Champions League yesterday. So it's been a good weekend for me. I hope you guys had a good weekend as well. We don't have too much to dive into. This is going to be a relatively quick show, probably just, a half hour, but I appreciate having you guys nonetheless. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. You guys know the drill at this point. It's good to see you guys this morning. Whew. Fun weekend of sports. Phil Mickelson, Liverpool for me, basketball, 2 big days worth, buzzer beater type shots. It's good stuff, guys. It's good to see everybody, though. It really is. Well, I don't have too many more pleasantries. I do have a hair hanging off the front of my face, though. I think we should just dive in. So, changing it up today. Iced coffee to start the day. I'm happy to have you guys. Grab your coffees. We're going to rise and grind right now. Grab your coffees, water, tea. If you got hot coffee, I appreciate you, but I'm going with the cold coffee today. Gotta love it. Cheers, everybody. Good luck today. Let's enjoy the slate. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, that's good. That is good stuff. That is quite good. Let's get some tunage on in the background. Oh, Izzy, Bluegrass Jeff, Jose, everybody here. Patrick, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's good to see everybody. Ooh, 35 viewers, only 16 likes. You guys are slacking a little bit today. Are you still tired? Is it Monday for you guys? Got a case of the Mondays. So we're into Denver first. We obviously got a Denver game already in the books. Still no Will Barton, unfortunately. Still no PJ Dozier, unfortunately. But we did see one major thing. Shaq Harrison didn't play. Marcus Howard did. So I need to take those Shaq Harrison minutes and move those to Marcus Howard for sure. That's where we need to start at the very least. Now, the question then becomes, what do we do with the rest of these minutes? Ryan, gotta love the Chris Middleton shot, man. I laughed hard when that went in. The moment that I put Jimmy Butler, first team All-NBA, Middleton starts dropping buzzer beater game 1 winners. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, Jokic in for 37 minutes seems fine. Paul Millsap in for 15 minutes seems fine. Question is, does Monty Morris play a little bit more? And if he does, who gives up those minutes? I guess it's probably Campazzo. So let's cut him to 34. Let's bump him to 22. And now I think that's probably what we're looking for here. I don't think that we need to make any changes to rates. These should all just be set. Everybody kind of falls into place after Jokic and Porter. And those are going to be the 2 guys that we're looking at most here. Michael Porter is still 7,600 on FanDuel. He is 7K on DraftKings. Wow. Okay, so Michael Porter Jr. is pretty clearly the top play for today. I don't really see a way around that on a day like today. Both he and Jokic look fantastic across both sites. Jokic is 10-7 on FanDuel, 10-7 on DraftKings as well. Cantor, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Porter and Jokic are the clear two top options for Denver. What? Porter being 7K on DK is wild. That is a bad price. I mean, it's a great price for him if you want to roster him, but his ownership is going to be through the roof. I would say Campazzo and Aaron Gordon are probably the two guys that you can get to next. I don't love the Campazzo price on DraftKings. I think Austin Rivers is at least a little bit in play on DK, which isn't ideal, but that's what happens when you play north of 30 minutes, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Porter and Jokic are the unquestioned combo. I don't really see many other changes we could be making to this rotation. Like Jokic playing 37 minutes, Porter playing 38. Like that's what I'm expecting if this game is fully competitive. So I don't really think I have any other changes that I can make. You know, it's possible that I should take a minute away from Aaron Gordon, drop him down to 29 maybe. Just soften his edges a little bit. Give an extra minute to JaMychal Green. I think that probably works. Yeah, I think that's fine. That'll soften Aaron Gordon a little bit. He's just been so bad from a DFS perspective, at least. So that's where we're at. Porter and Jokic, first two guys up as priorities from Denver. And we move on to Miami. Yeah, it had to happen eventually, Jose. Ooh, I got a sneeze just stuck right here. Looks like it's going to go away. All right, so we got to talk Miami now. These guys obviously went to OT, so Butler played 40 minutes. We're going to have to go ahead and bump up those minutes. We saw Dragic play 29 in regulation, or close to 30. Hero was the guy that got the major hit in minutes, as did Kendrick Nunn. So for the most part, the breakdown that we had on Miami, I think went well. Oh, that iced coffee tastes so good. All right, so Bam at 35, Dedmon at 13, Iggy at 16, Ariza at 32. All of that looks good to me. I'm going to go 28 for Dragic, 24 for Nunn, and then I'm going to take 2 minutes from Tyler Hero that we had previously. That puts Hero at 24. That'll bump up Butler to 38, which feels about right. Duncan Robinson played 31. I don't feel too comfortable going too much more there because I think that Hero could just as easily pick up an extra minute or two coming from Duncan Robinson. And I think 38 feels about right for Butler, although maybe it should be 39. There's just not a lot of places to grab minutes from. I'm going to take one from Kendrick Nunn. I'm going to take Butler to 39. I think that makes more sense. We've got Butler's rates in. We've got Dragic's rates in. And we've got Bam's rates in. So no other changes need to be made there. So for Miami, we've got Butler at 9,100 on FanDuel, 8,500 on DraftKings. I think he looks fantastic on DK. Travis, that's awesome, man. 10K from FanDuel last night. That's so sweet. Congratulations, man. Enjoy it. Save a little bit of that for taxes. The tax man will get you. Oh yeah, subscribe to the channel so you can hit 55. So we can hit 55,000 subs, and use the promo code Awesemo at Monkey Knife Fight. It's at the top of the screen. Get yourself 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100. So head on over to Monkey Knife Fight and use that promo code. You go buy yourself a Honda Civic. $8,500 Butler looks just awesome on DK. 8K Bam Adebayo on DraftKings looks pretty solid too. After that, I don't really like Miami. Ariza and Dragic are probably like the two next guys up, and that's mostly a minutes thing. Dragic just not grading out as well as I was expecting for 28 minutes. The question then is, who's better, Butler or the guys from Denver? So let's get Denver in here. Let's get Miami in here. And let's get Denver and Miami. Now, yeah, Jokic and Porter are... Porter's like 3.5, close to 3.5 points ahead of Butler relative to salary on FanDuel. Same sort of story for Jokic. On DraftKings, Porter is 4 points clear of Jokic relative to salary, and Jokic is 2 points clear of Butler. But as you can see, Butler, Jokic, and Porter are the three clear top plays so far for today, as we're already done 2 teams. See, these rotations are so much easier in the playoffs, man. It takes me like 5 seconds to get through it. The most important part will be running these crunches and seeing how everything pops out. So Milwaukee, this one I assume is going to be very cut and dry. We're going to give 30 minutes to Brook Lopez, 18 minutes to Bobby Portis. And honestly, we might even bump that up, make that a little bit more. You know what? Tucker didn't play all that much. 35 minutes for Giannis. Clearly needs to be more. So I'm going to go to 38 on Giannis. Actually, I'm going to take out all of the minutes for everybody else. We're going to rebuild this one from scratch. So yeah, we've got Giannis at 38. Middleton played 45, so he played 40. So I think we need to take him to 38. Drew played 42, so that's 37. I'm going to take him to 37. That all seems pretty easy to deal with. DiVincenzo at 32. So that's easy. And then the rest of the stuff is just going to fill in accordingly. We're going to do 10 minutes for PJ Tucker plus another 8. We're going to do... We didn't see Jeff Teague in the rotation. That's interesting. Sort of. I mean, to be fair, it is Jeff Teague. We'll give Connaughton those 11. And then we'll give Forbes 16. Am I missing anybody? Guess we'll give Connaughton those 2 as well. Make it easier. All right. To me, that works. Giannis's rate, Drew's usage rate, and Chris Middleton's usage rate are all locked and loaded. So for Milwaukee, we've got Giannis at 10-9 on FanDuel, 10-8 on DraftKings. Ooh, we're under a 50% ratio on likes right now, guys. That's shameful stuff. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, that looks good for Giannis. He's clearly an awesome pay-up option. If you're looking to get someone from Milwaukee that isn't Giannis, which I'm sure you are, I would say Drew would be my next guy up. 7,900 on FanDuel, 7,700 on DraftKings. Middleton probably a close second on FanDuel, where he's $100 cheaper than Middleton, or $100 cheaper than Holiday rather. But 8,200 for Middleton on DraftKings it's kind of a tough sell. And then we've got DiVincenzo and Brook Lopez as potential value plays on DraftKings. On FanDuel, Lopez at 5,700 is pretty overpriced as far as I'm concerned. There just happens to be not a lot of choices at center. But I think both of those guys look decent on DK in terms of value options. We'll see where they show up when we start running crunches. Let's close it out with Portland before we get into crunch time. Ooh, crunch time. That's a good name for it. Portland should be pretty easy to handle here. Don't have anything really to look at. Everybody's in. They already run an 8-man rotation, so that's no surprise. We got a straight split at center, Nurkic and Cantor, so they didn't go crazy small or anything. I think 32 and 16 works. Probably need to go 39 minutes for Dame at this point. 38 for CJ. We get Anthony Simons to 19. Melo at 24. take one off. Give Simons another minute. 38 minutes for Norm Powell. I think that's fine. Might be a little high, but I think that's going to be all right. Rates are all going to be the same. So as we look at Portland, wow, everybody just looks identical on the Blazers today relative to salary. That is craziness. Like $4,600 Robert Covington on FanDuel might be the best option, but Covington, CJ, Nurk, Dame, all with basically the same sort of pricing structure relative to their salary. Yeah, the five main guys from Portland are basically the same, separated by like a point at best. I guess CJ would be the true top guy because he has a raw point ceiling that's a bit higher than Robert Covington's. But I think you're rotating through all of these Portland dudes, at least on FanDuel. On DraftKings, they look even better. Yusuf Nurkic is 6,700 on DK for reasons that I don't totally understand. He's 8K on FanDuel. Craziness. Lillard is 9,500 on DraftKings, where he's 10-1 on FanDuel. CJ's 7,300 instead of 7,500. Norm Powell is $800 cheaper. Covington's $200 cheaper. This Portland team is just built for DraftKings. They're going to show up pretty aggressively, I think, in the optimal. But we're through 4 teams, 4 rotations. That's it. We've already got this done and dusted. Didn't take much here to get through it. Dame is pretty clearly the worst of the pay down options on FanDuel. And in theory, or pay up options rather. And in theory, same story on DraftKings. But let's run some crunches. Let's figure out where we actually stand here. All right, we'll start with FanDuel. Let's grab projections. There's not a lot of value out there, so this could be pretty gross. All right, projections are up. Optimal lineup on FanDuel for today looks something like this. Facundo Campazzo, Monty Morris, Dante DiVincenzo, Austin Rivers, Jimmy Butler, Michael Porter Jr., Giannis, Covington, and Bam. That is not at all what I was expecting. You could drop down 1/10 of a point if you would like by switching Jimmy Butler to Norm Powell and and Austin Rivers to CJ McCollum. Morning, Sean. That's a lot of Denver. Oh man, I do not like the construction of that lineup whatsoever. Let's look at power rankings now. Oh, that is a bad lineup. It is a legitimately bad lineup. Let's check out the power rankings. That is delicious this morning. So, top of the FanDuel power rankings, Robert Covington coming in that number 1 spot. And that's just what happens when a guy plays that many minutes. Although, the fact that he played 34, I mean, that's what I have him in for, so I can't feel too crazy. Covington at the top of the power rankings, followed by Michael Porter Jr., CJ McCollum, Giannis, Dante DiVincenzo, Butler, Campazzo, Austin Rivers, Drew Holiday, Goran Dragic, Jokic, Middleton, Lillard, and Norm Powell. I'm not comfortable with this slate on FanDuel today at all. It is not a desirable look. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I think DK is going to look a lot more logical. I think maybe is probably the word I'm looking for. I think the DraftKings lineup is going to look like it makes a bit more sense. FanDuel seemed like you were rostering half of a group of guys that you don't really want. I think it's going to be a little bit better here. So let's look at DraftKings optimal lineup. Yeah, it went the way that I thought it would, at least. Austin Rivers at 3,800, Norm Powell, Michael Porter Jr., Giannis, Brook Lopez, CJ McCollum, Robert Covington, and Yusuf Nurkic. Boob, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're going to try to type that one over again because I have no concept of what that actually said. Rivers, Powell, Porter, Giannis, Lopez, CJ, Covington, and Nurk. So 4 starters in the optimal from Portland. Not one of them is Dame, which is funny to think about. That lineup is 2.5 points ahead of every other lineup. That is fascinating to see, but I don't see anything in this line. Like, obviously in a GPP, it's going to be hard for those 4 guys to be amazing, but I like it. Boop. I understand it even less now. The media will make Curry MVP when he didn't make playoff me. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's Austin Rivers season, apparently. Look, he's 3,800. There's not a lot of value out there. Let's check out the power rankings for DraftKings. Who's at the top of the heap? Looking like Michael Porter Jr. is going to be the primary DraftKings guy. 65% of optimals right now. So Porter Jr. at the top. Robert Covington, Norm Powell, Yusuf Nurkic, Austin Rivers, Jimmy Butler, CJ McCollum, Dante DiVincenzo, Giannis, Aaron Gordon, Damian Lillard, Nikola Jokic, Drew Holiday, Goran Dragic. That is the optimals, or that is the power rankings rather, for DK. I'm really proud of myself for getting through this show as well as I have, because I was in a bad way yesterday post Liverpool. Whew. LaShawn Joseph, are these actual lineups? I don't know how to answer that. Yes. Yep. Boom. That's not going to happen. And Anush, obviously, the flop was not great for Gobert, but he was positive yesterday. I'm not entirely sure that Rudy Gobert is the guy to blame for yesterday. 2 days ago? Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I don't know. My brain's melting. These are, other than seeing so much Austin Rivers, like, I don't hate anything that I see for DK. I mean, you're going to have to get some you're going to get some weirdness from the Blazers, but otherwise, if you're willing to eat the Austin Rivers value chalk today, you'll be all right. No interest in Carmelo for value. I mean, I guess no interest isn't the right answer. He's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th best power forward. So I guess I have more than no interest. Who do I like in Euros? Well, definitely not England if they're not going to be bringing Trent Alexander-Arnold along. Jerks. Although the way Liverpool's going, he'd probably blow his knee out. All right, let's take a look. We're going to do one last one. We're going to optimize Yahoo as well, just to get an idea of what everything looks like. So shout out to the Yahoo people that are actually playing. Yahoo Optimal. Lillard, DiVincenzo, Rivers, Porter, Gordon, Covington, Bam Adebayo, and Yusuf Nurkic. That is the optimal lineup. Look at that third one. 0.3 of a point off the optimal gets you 6 Portland Trailblazers for today. Fascinating. Roster up those Blazers, everybody. Yeah, Dylan Brooks is having himself a pretty solid week or so of NBA games. Alrighty. Well, guys, I think that's it. Is there anything else that you guys would like me to check out while we're live? Anything else you guys want to see? I'm really sad my coffee's done. That's not fun. Anything else, guys? Otherwise, I think we're out of here. I appreciate y'all showing up for me at the butt crack of dawn. Green or Millsap for a pure punt on FanDuel? It would be Green over Millsap for me. Yeah, Phil Mickelson, man. Oh, if you guys aren't watching Ben and I's betting video, we both hit one of our picks this week, and we've been kind of on fire for the entirety of this video series. So, if you want to start tailing us and making some money betting on golf, I'd highly recommend it. All right, guys. So here's the deal. Here's what we got going on for the rest of today. I think we're done. Bang, full screen. So contenders videos will be out in the near future. It's possible they come out after the strategy show. We shall see. I have to go get my car, and I don't know when I'm going to do that. But if I can go get it right now, I'm going to go get it. That will probably slow me down a little bit for the day. Strategy show at 10 a.m. with Laffy. You guys know what's going on there. And then I am on the deeper dive tonight at 5:30, I believe. 5:30 to 6:30. Lock is at 7:30 today. Is that right? Yeah, Lock's at 7:30. So I will be on the deeper dive, not live before Lock tonight. We got to move some stuff around because Adam is on vacay. So tune in to the deeper dive. Keep your eyes peeled for sim updates later today. And that's it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and then go to Monkey Knife Fight. Use that promo code Awesemo. Get yourself 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100. Guys, we got a 2-gamer tonight. It's going to be fun. Tune into the strategy show at 10 so you can watch Laffy and I break it all down. Thank you for being here, everybody. I'll talk to you later.